About
spread there.
70 there. Ah, why?
Okay, 68.
Well, there are two songs in the system as we speak, where they sound according to Kwame Dazi. Are they lie?
Oh yeah.
Now I just want to,
You know, be DJ.
According to my ears.
according to your ears.
You play the songs, baby.
Yeah, well, I'm about to play the songs. It's music from PSS. The title of the jam is More. That was released on Friday, right? Was
I
it
think so.
Friday?
Was it
Yeah, the
Friday?
video came out on Friday.
Yeah.
As at the time I checked, it was 10 minutes of release, and it had a fair good amount of eyeballs on it. Yes, around 2 point something, 30 minutes, 2 point something K. It was good. I mean, the gospel fraternity really knows how to hold their own. And also, there's a song by Hetty Bongret, Odobeni. And according to our very own Kwame Dazi, one more time. Once again, these are not my words.
Ujuani.
I'll play the songs for our listeners to hear them, and then we go into the main story. Let's start with the violence. This is PSA Esther's latest song, Mo. Kwame Dazi also believes the song shares similar chord progression with this song from Hetty Bongret. He also did a lengthy post on gospel musicians and their release times. If I could read, or you now go talk your own.
No.
Okay, so Kwame Dazi wrote on Facebook, Dear PSA Esther, comma. Next time, when you want to release a song, call all gospel artists in Ghana to find out if your release date will not clash with theirs. If the date clash, keep postponing it. Keep postponing your date till all gospel musicians retire, and you are alone in the industry before you release yours. Put their lives and careers ahead of yours. Maybe if you had done that, you would not have spared yourself all the insult after releasing more. I wonder why we can't enjoy 100 hit songs at a time. Why can't we enjoy Joyce Blessing's Victory and PCA's Mo at the same time? Will we die if we do that? Our orientation about competition, your bro, who you write for here, for explain them. Inimical.
Harmful.
For explain them.
A constitutional word. If you go to the
Constitution.
Article
69. Impeach the president. The article way for use impeach.
People know articles.
Yeah, right. Okay, make I go on. Our orientation about competition is inimical to development. Real competition is when you thrive in the presence of your contender, not when they are unavailable. Nobody has time for nobody. People are going to release more songs, and we are going to add them to our playlist. If you are allergic to listening to two more good songs at a time, choose your favorite good song and top it with Cobra. Because Nipani Bibi Cobra. Fantastic piece. Before we go into the release date, you were giving us several songs that also share the same chord progression, just like PCA Esther's Mo. Adelai.
Yeah.
Okay. You went further to write this on Facebook. Beautiful music by PCA Esther, but it sounds so much like Hetibongre's Odobeni. It's either she took inspiration from it or God performed another miracle of mere coincidence. Same melodies, same phrasing, same chord progression. The differences are in the tempo, key, and lyrics. One is in C major, that is for
I didn't
PSA.
say C major, C sharp.
C sharp.
You didn't say the sharp, man.
I forgive me. Let me know.
Obviously, hashtag.
So hashtag C sharp. That is for PSA, and also D for Hetty, D major for Hetty or Hetty's or Dobeni. Once you are here, me, if you will put them out, and me I do video.
You amplify them?
No, I do not amplify. I just put visuals to it. So as I saw the piece, I saw everything where I do video, because I was just at the studio where I do video to them. Backlash on social media, people are saying it doesn't sound the same. I beg, once you did here, the floor is your own. We have like 5 more minutes. Let's kill this one and get to the release date.
All right, Slim. So everybody who knows music will testify that a song comprises the melody and the lyrics, right? And the melody is the music of the song. So if you're listening to a song, the sound you hear, that's the music, the melody. But the lyrics adds on to the music to form a song. So with this particular one, I wasn't making reference to the lyrics.
Okay.
So lyrical wise, they don't have anything in common. I was talking about the music, the melody. Now, if you listen carefully, they have the same or similar melodies. The flow of music, that's the melody. Both Hetibongrit Odobeni and PCA Esther's Mo. Now, I wasn't saying she had stolen the song. I wasn't saying that. I said,
But what were you saying?
I said it's similar or it sounds like that. So I know you get it. For all you know, she didn't even think about Hetibongrit's song while composing the song. For all you know, it was a different song. So when I posted this, bringing out the similarities and the differences, then I had people come out to tell me, okay, have you listened to this song, the other one? So Robert, our own Robert Clark, sent me a list of other songs that have the same progression. And the first one is Odoye de Sinsika, Odoye de Simbibia, Samineme Dofi. That is Kakaya Cook Band, originally. Sampled by Kodwenchi for the reggae song.
Yeah.
The same progression. So I was like, oh, then then other people sent other songs. Robert again sent Daughters, another same progression.
Ah, really?
Yes. Then I had the fourth one, Celestine Donko's Adechemunsem. Ejonya mia no nim. Ejonya mia no nim. So then I realized that maybe the gospel musicians had inspiration from a source, and most of them replicated their songs along that model. So I wouldn't blame any particular artist for maybe sampling or stealing from which of them. I don't know. Maybe they sampled from Kakeku Band or maybe Kojenchi or whoever. I can't tell.
This thing where they talk, we have three more wonderful gentlemen in the studio. They will also come in.
But I'm happy Bulldog is here because Bulldog is
Hold
also
on and let's listen to Adichemu Sem by Celestine Donko. Let's see if we can strike some similarities in these songs.
But I'm not saying anybody should go to court, because it appears it's a culture within the gospel fraternity. It appears people take inspiration from people. I'm not inciting any court action against anybody, but maybe the producer.
So who owns it? In this case, who owns the original melody?
They own their various songs.
You can own the song, but who owns the melody? Because if we're talking about,
then I think we should go back to Kakeku Band.
Kakeku, yeah. If it dates as far back as Kakeku Band,
they had inspiration from that, but I don't know if they credited that or even they knew that was the inspiration.
So you believe it's just mere coincidence?
But I think our gospel artists should get more creative when they are taking inspiration, you know, because for some of us who listen to music a lot, when you hear one song and it sounds like the other, like exactly like that, it's difficult to enjoy it. Okay, and I'm not saying we shouldn't sample, we shouldn't take inspiration, but at least tweak certain portions. That is why I like Kwame Eugene. We are in quotes. No, Kwame Eugene takes your song. He wouldn't take the entire melody. Kakra. No, Bulldog the kakra. Then it becomes
something new,
a researched material, not a plagiarized material. What is here? So I don't know, but I don't know
the word plagiarized. So it
this
means there's
song
some
was produced
form
by Nasi.
Yes,
and Adechemun Sem was also produced by
Nasi. However, George Forrest did the other one. So a horn wine. Who will go take somebody melody?
Yeah, it's a nice song, but we're not discounting the fact that it's a nice song. But we're just craving the indulgence of the artists and then the producers to sometimes try to be more creative with the sampling or with whatever they're doing to the old songs.
Hashtag Daybreak Hits. You can also come in with your thoughts on these issues. Martinez, your take on this one, real quick.
I agree with Kwame Dazi from the fact that when you go to the gospel fraternity, it's become more like a culture, especially if you are the church. See how the choristers and the singing band, you know, when they are giving a solo or praises, they sing so many songs without maybe seeking permission, to the extent of even composing them, making it their own. So that's how it's been with them for some time. And again, I agree with him. Probably PSA didn't deliberately pick the melody. Maybe
it's just a case of mere coincidence.
Yes, coincidence. Because even Nasi, when you brought Aseda, it was linked to this old high life. I've forgotten the artist's name, but there's a popular song like that. Asamoah Meka is that song. Okay. Was linked to Nasi Aseda, and it also became a topic at the time.
Yeah, Nazi song.
Yes.
Yeah, that was also another song that had a resemblance to Sloopy McGenfie's song.
Sloopy's, yes.
Yeah.
So if you love that song, automatically you fall in love with the arsenal.
He do secular and gospel.
If you love that song, automatically, what I'm trying to say is, if you've heard a certain song and you love it, immediately you hear another song sounding similar, it's easily to tap into it or to fall in love with it. And then later realize, this song sounds like a song I've heard before. Then you get to find out. And so for me, I didn't get the similarity at once until I read Kwame's post and I listened to it. I realized, indeed, that's Hetty Bongre's melody. Like I said earlier, we don't know whether she consulted or she deliberately, or it's just...
Or maybe Hetty too also took it from somebody.
Yes.
But talking about Hetty, I think she's a fine talent that she should have been in the game till now. But unfortunately, I don't know if it's because of her collaboration with Sarkodie and Trigmatic, because that also generated that also generated controversies.
She wanted to do music for a certain time and then stop.
But what I'm trying to say is,
let's stick to the script.
The controversy that generated, I think probably maybe her career was somehow killed by the gospel fraternity. That's how I see it. And so I was very happy when conversation around her came up, at least for us to remember Hetty Bongre in the game. But in all, PSC's song, earlier song with Nasi, YME generated a lot of controversies. And this one also generating controversy. I think the team should see how they can tap into it and make some positivity out of it.
It's pushing the song.
Yes. But I have this question for Adam. Could it also be the case that, when it comes to gospel music, they are limited as in the subject matter that they can tackle in the song? Could it also be a factor?
Before that, I would like to say rest in peace to Jehoshaphat. I mean, in 13 years ago, Tick managed, him, one of the finest talents Tick managed in those days. He passed away yesterday. He was due to go to UK just this week, and he passed away after a short illness. So Jeho, may his soul rest in peace. Going on to this, I think I'm not sure. I wouldn't say maybe the lyrics, they are limited and other things, because of the Bible references they make and some of the live inspirations. I mean, they have access to a lot of lyrics, but I think at times the melody is what brings the challenge, and some of them try to explore. So you hear some gospel song, you can clearly feel some high life in there. You get some high life melodies and other things in there. So at times they try to explore. And recently, one I saw from an artist, clearly at times the producers play a role. The person sent a song to a producer. It was sung in a way by the songwriter. The producer gets it and he plays it on an Afrobeat tune. So when it came, he also listened and he liked it. You understand? And even the person had added some Oforian Ponsa bass lines. Like I think the producers caused some of these problems. I mean, they try to.
So are you trying to blame Nasi?
Oh, maybe he could have. Done it in such a way that there's some people who can sample in a way that it's difficult for the ear to find. You can't easily find it.
Like Vanilla. He's
intelligent,
man.
You hear the song and you feel it's a fresh song, but if you go deep inside, I've been listening to Andy Dusty's library, and some of the song, Charlie, until somebody tells you, it's difficult for you to easily identify that. So I think maybe he could have, on a hindsight, maybe he could have done it in a certain way in order not to bring all of this. But on the PR side, there is that, good side of it. That's the PR for the song. But how are they going to take advantage of it so that it doesn't rather kill their creativity because they've done a lot of work with the video. If you see the
Amazing video.
I mean, the kind of
Amazing video. Top notch.
The kind of sets, costume.
Top
I
notch.
mean, a lot went into it, and creativity. I mean, Skyweb did a very good job on that, and I think they have a good product. They shouldn't be distracted by some of these things. I mean, they should go on with their promotion and push it. And the producers should also be circumspect because the Kwame Dazes are listening, and they will come out.
But since nobody is suing, I don't think they have a problem.
Oh yeah.
Why? Do you want somebody to sue?
No, I'm saying
No,
nobody
you
is
in
suing.
particular, do you want somebody
why
to
should
sue?
somebody sue?
So nobody should sue.
Boo,
If only
could
it's
this be
copyright infringement? Then.
Boo, could this be a case of mere coincidence, or it's just that gospel artists are not stepping up and their producers are not stepping up?
Oh, it could be either of the two that you just shared. But there's nothing wrong, in the arts world.
Yeah,
I mean, lifting somebody else's idea and
enhancing it.
yes, I mean, because it's part of us. Look, I think last year, was it last year or early this year? There was a long-standing case. I think it had gone to court for 8 years, where this British singer,
Ed Sheeran.
Ed Sheeran,
Yeah.
Marvin Gaye.
yes, and who
Marvin Gaye.
Marvin Gaye,
Yeah.
and they had to bring that case here was so
Musicologists
yes
to analyze the
it,
melody.
and they realized that even Marvin Gaye wasn't the original, because these are chord progressions that mean they've been there, forever.
Yeah,
You
because
understand?
that particular song shares the same chord progression with
lot of
Bombastic.
songs.
Shaggy.
Yes, a lot of songs,
Yeah.
even an R. Kelly, plenty songs.
Yeah.
So I think some of these things are. I agree with Kwame when he talks about the melody, because you see the music itself could be, you could take inspiration from here and there, but when you're about to sing on there too, and you now come and Charlie, that one there. So that is where I would say no, they need to be a little bit they should be creative. But for the music, something can trigger, and you might by share coincidence, or you want to make reference to a specific art piece that is out there already. There's nothing wrong with that. Even in our space, there are bars that you can sample. They are allowed to sample. The first 4 bars, you can take them and now build on it. You understand? So for me, we should not speak of it as if it's a crime and to stifle creativity. That I won't accept. But if you are going to jump on the song, be creative about it. Your melodies. There are thousands of melodies that can come up for you to have a great song. So that's how I look at it. And this is I've seen PAC, her last big song, the one that she won the.
Miami.
I said it on a show that she actually lifted a video that we produced in Texas. Shatawale's video.
Gringo.
Yes.
The concept,
yes. They lifted it and put it somewhere. So they are good with the lifting. they do heavy lifting.
Miracles.
Yes.
Our very own Robert is also talking about.
They have lifters team.
Robert also wants to find out how about dancehall rhythms and the difference when it comes to lifting dancehall rhythms.
Okay.
The rhythm is different.
What's the difference?
So listen, when I'm a producer, so let's say Nasi or an Apietus or a Genius Selection, that's a rhythm. Everybody can write it. It's allowed like that. That one, they take permission.
It's the beats, it's like instrumentation.
That's what he's talking about. So that one, they allow that. Maybe 20 or 30 people can do that. But this is different.
Okay.
Yes, if you want to.
Recently, this guy who was with a high grade, this producer, James, created rhythm for
Master
different
Gazi
artists.
did an iPhone
Rhythm boss.
Yeah, rhythm boss. They've been doing it here, so that is allowed in that fraternity.
For dancehall,
they understand. They understand.
Anything goes.
Maybe this be gospel rhythm.
This is gospel rhythm.
But you see, with these songs, they have different instrumentations.
Exactly.
Meaning they picked inspiration from one song, tweak this.
So the melody, even with the rhythms, dancehall rhythms,
you don't touch
the rhythm
them.
could be the same, but the melodies can change.
Yes.
They can have the same progression, but melodies can be different.
It's same
Listen to
instrumental.
DMJ's rhythm.
Yeah.
they all did different melodies on the
that's
same
what we're
rhythm.
talking about, but same instrumental. But you listen to the songs and they are fresh.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are fresh.
The creativity is high.
Anyway, real quick, so that we can wrap up on your editorial about the release date. Okay.
Okay,
Let's talk about the release dates real quick, and then we jump onto our main story. Kwame Dazi, you're talking about release dates for artists. In fact, the gospel music fraternity. And just when Joyce Blessing's own was turning up, getting the buzz, then PCA, VGMA, most decorated gospel artist comes through with heavy axe. He can't lash everybody with amazing video. The visuals, I don't know if you've seen it. You,
Oh, yeah, I've seen it.
Amazing video. And social media is,
people are talking. People are reacting.
Christopher Mwakatafono. They are they are fighting. They are fighting small here and there. Your take on it, because you wrote a piece on it.
I don't see anything wrong with an artist releasing a song. The song is picking up, another artist releases a song. I don't see how that should be a problem, because we are in an industry where we are craving for a time when we would have more people releasing more songs and we promoting all the songs. So why should we just have one hit song at a particular time for the song to peak before another one comes in, when we can have 3, 4, 5, 10 songs to enjoy at a time? Why? I saw people commenting, saying that PCA Esther had killed Joyce Blessing's song just by releasing a few weeks after her. See, Boo is here, and Boo is somebody who manages artists, and he will tell you that they have plans as to when to release their songs, and sometimes they need to sync these release dates with the online DSPs.
Yeah, DSPs, yeah.
So if I have planned to release a song at this time, you don't tell me just because you released yours and yours is hitting, I should hold on from releasing my song. And you can't tell me how to plan my career. So I was so worried about these commentaries on social media. Why should you say, oh, PCA is killing Joyce Blessing's song? Why can't we enjoy both? And I saw people enjoying both songs on TikTok, using them for videos. Yeah. So I was saying we are in a society where we think for me to rise, Bulldog should go down.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be the case. We can rise together. Why can't Bulldog, Slim, Edem, Martinez,
why can't we all release a song
rise
at the
together?
same time?
Why should it be me up and everybody down? So
why is it that I take a venue and then you also want to come into that venue?
And growing up from school, that was the brainwashing, the orientation. That so be the first or classer. Meanwhile, the person who was second, so why are there? You understand?
Yes.
So that kind of mentality always makes it like, oh, okay, we are obekune. It shouldn't be so. So I was just saying that through sarcasm, that you see, we should all give space to songs to be released. Ken into so be releasing it. PCA should have waited for all the hit songs to hit before she comes in.
No, she's the biggest. So
you get it.
So
what I'm saying is that they should all deploy plans to promote the songs.
Yeah.
Joyce Blessing, time for you to also make word. Find ways of pushing the song harder.
Yeah.
Because it wouldn't happen by fluke. Yes, but you should also find ways of making yours more visible, even though people like the song. Because that is competition. It's healthy for development, but not in a way that will kill the other person. So I don't think people who are making that comparison are helping the situation. The gospel industry is there for a purpose. For them, it is ministry. And so if it's ministry and 2 or more people are ministering to the people, let's push all of them. So also we are gospel fan.
Look at the commercial side of it. Look at the
supports all the songs to grow. Now you pushing now back to back. Doesn't mean say back so that's it. I don't think
maybe it will make it difficult for the table of men to push when it comes to the VGMA.
But the thing is that you see, award schemes our schemes are based.
Acting wasn't necessary.
Our schemes are based on numbers, right? Mostly numbers. How this one is faring here and there. And so, if at the end of the day, one song is ahead in terms of numbers, obviously that song is likely to win the award if the fans also vote for that song, right? So, yeah, I know the. But don't forget, we've had Narcisse Aseda, we've had Mabel Ortris, and also here do a point, and I'm sure more are coming. Akase Brimpong has released a certain song, titled Namirefi, and people are releasing more songs day in, day out. So, you see, so let's not create the impression that PSC Abadi will be anting koda. More people will release their songs going forward, and we should support and promote all of them. At the end of the day, you know, so I would near banner saying, not to that level.
It will be difficult for the table of men to decide the one to support.
Okay, so your concern is with the table of men.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Probably maybe that's where they.
But do they support a particular artist?
Oh, of course they decide.
Oh, really? How?
Why are you acting like the only stranger in Jerusalem?
No, but there are categories. There are categories. The gospel artist category. And no,
Wait.
They were just pushing an artist for artist of the year category.
Yes.
And American.
So
they are gospel against the world.
Okay.
Anna.
Kaswa to the world.
Oh, no. I'm just asking. That is gospel. They were pushing a gospel artist.
Oh, okay.
There were two gospel
No
artists.
song.
Even in that category.
They had Joe Metal.
Oh, but I'm sure they had gone for a meeting and realized John had won some before.
So probably maybe that is where the thing is. Let's look at
some before in the past.
No,
bro.
Probably
in
let's
the past we winning, but this Ahwadin this year and to say previous years.
No, I would say.
Tom meeting no could be.
No, and
table of men meeting no could be.
See. That's probably where the whole thing is geared towards. Maybe they are producing music for awards, not ministration anymore. Because I do not understand why people would have issues with 2 or 3 gospel musicians releasing songs at the same time. Unless it will be difficult for the machine that works for them to get the award to decide who to support when it comes to the bigger award scheme, the year under review. That is probably where the whole thing is.
So you think maybe the table of men,
yes,
they are supporting PSC?
No, they supported PSC last year, and it was evident. They were all on all of us. The social media and all of our traditional media talking about the fact that
to win artists of
the year and all that.
We saw that.
Yes.
Yeah, we saw that, and there was nothing wrong with that, right? There was nothing wrong with that.
Nothing
supports somebody from the fraternity.
So I'm just saying that because of victory, probably they feel more should have relaxed a little bit. That is what I'm thinking.
And so that Joyce Blessing will be pushed next year.
No,
for artist of the year next year.
Next year, this year we don't go do.
But Slim, there are various parameters that inform who gets into that category, right? As an artist of the year category.
Of course.
Okay, so the fact that your song is hitting at this time doesn't automatically mean that you're going to get nominated.
But this song has the.
But this is just a song. But artist of the year has.
We don't know the number of songs.
So many.
No, we don't know the number of songs Joyce is planning to release.
Exactly. It's a factor.
You need a
beginning.
song.
But what I'm saying is that.
You need songs. You need the song will get you the penetration to start mounting stages. It will give you the penetration for you to start expanding your brand and all that.
But there have been.
But it wouldn't give you the trump card like
when artists, and that's always been some of the issues with the scheme. I'm sure Robert is listening, so he might just clarify that. There are times when artists have made it to artist of the year and their song didn't make it to, but then they say there's a cutoff point, right? So
a typical example is PSC. How many songs did she release last year?
A song.
So then, Kwame.
But that wasn't the only thing that qualified her into the awards.
Yeah, so you need the song in the first place. You need a song. That's what I'm saying.
The rest of the activation.
But you can have the song and still not make it to the artist of the year.
Of course.
So are you trying to tell me that this song
like DJ Zone 2?
Yeah, you can have a song. So you need to.
Are you trying to tell me that this song? Let's just listen to the song. Are you trying to tell me that this song can make it to the Artist of the Year?
It's early days yet. We wish it gets in there. We wish it qualifies her, gives her more gigs, more platforms to perform. You see, so that she gets into that category. It's a nice song. It's a
and you see the controversy is also helping the song.
They beat me past PC.
Boo boo.
Oh no, it's true. They beat me past PC.
No, the composition is solid. It's
It
solid.
be nice and
But
big ups to
the composition is solid.
Kwame Eugene too for good work.
Yeah.
When it comes to delivery, Joyce Blessing is very good. I mean, she has and she knows how to
see her perform.
Yeah.
This. You know they hear anything. You make you see her perform.
Go over you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean, so it's a good. I want their team to take advantage of the controversy. I mean, to have a lot of promotional videos around.
Joyce is done very well when she releases all the time. She follows up.
Yeah.
That's one of the things I admire about her. There's this song I like, but I think it was KY who produced Kana Now or something. Yes, it's a bad. Joyce, no, this song will go.
Adam.
Yeah.
Adam.
She's good.
That's a xylophone production, right?
Yeah, solid.
jam.
I mean, she's
Adam,
good.
Adam.
And the lyrics, everything came at the right time. I mean, she needs a song like this to bounce back. I mean, from all her issues. I mean, so good for her. The team should look sharp.
The story she's been through.
Yeah.
Abeku sometimes on
No,
it.
Abeku xylophone.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You see, they should just go on interviews and tell a story. That's it.
Martinez, real quick, then we jump onto
the conversation is good. I mean, I like it. The fact that Kwame Dazi has decided to promote them, I mean, that's how I see it. All the concerns he's raised is a form of promotional package for them.
People say I'm causing fight too.
Oh, it depends on how you look at it. But how about those who have not heard the songs being released or the new songs?
They like the controversy around it.
Exactly, because that creates attention as well. It's a form of promotion. And, these conversations help, irrespective of maybe raising certain angles that maybe the artist might not be happy thinking is going to run it down or something. But if you are smart enough, you see how you tap into it. There are good concerns. Those saying artists shouldn't release at a time others have released and all of that, Matthew 13:30 talks about allowing both to grow.
Hey.
Yes.
Are you quoting the Bible?
Yes. Matthew 13 verse 30.
Hey.
Allow both to grow at a harvest. So we should allow all the artists to release their songs under the calendar year. And then during the awards nights, those who worked harder will be
But
celebrated.
even the gospel artists, they don't even care about awards. So is it they are working for God?
They are working
Now they care.
But you are thinking about awards for them. But
No,
they don't care
now
about
they
awards.
care.
They do.
They care.
Now
Especially what the table of men are doing. They care.
They are putting a spotlight on the gospel music fraternity. They want to make sure that they also minister through them having celebrated musicians.
But
you understand? Because
they should do that well.
it shouldn't be all secular.
Yeah,
they want to compete.
It's also
do that
important.
well.
It's also
They should do
important
that
for,
well.
for the
How
brand.
well?
Yes, because I realized most of it, they project the Artist of the Year category. But there are other gospel musicians in other categories who are also
which one?
working
Like
very
which
hard.
category?
I mean, like the year under review. I think last year, Irabna. I didn't hear them promoting Irabna.
Which
There was
category?
this young chap too.
It's a
The
new
guy
Artist
who
of the Year
won it.
category.
Rabna herself wasn't
Scott
sure if
Evans
she
was
was
also
new.
at
I mean, no, but if you are supporting
parent
all
music.
gospel
Rabna
musicians,
herself wasn't sure if she was new. So
no, but my issue is once the table of men is there to support the
There's
hard-working
no
gospel of
table.
music.
Now that table has been broken by Black Sheriff for a long time.
So if you take the table,
I told them that they should forget that table, and it happened. I said, told them devil against God, and the devil won.
they are
They will
building a
come,
new table.
They will come.
They will come right now.
They will forget.
They break it.
Look, next year,
103.9.
and I've said it already. I said it early this year.
yeah.
Next year, Artist of the Year is Stoneboy. Nobody. Yahoo!
Oh, are you sure about that?
Oh, who mention Artist of the Year next year?
Saturday
Next
go
year.
UK.
Oh please.
Shatta is
Who
coming.
they go UK?
Joyce
They go
Blessing.
tour. You know how they go in tour.
I beg
I
you
beg,
people.
I
I beg
beg.
you don't mention. I beg. What did they talk about? Stoneboy.
Charlie too much.
Hey,
On Friday,
The guy-
he was
Free
at
dimension.
Promised Land Festival in Australia.
Listen, like
Massive.
consistent. And I said this when he released, like just after Ghana Music Awards. I I said this, and he's been consistent.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Okay, we have how many months left to the end of the
I
year?
mean,
Like
like
four-
3 months. 3 months to the end of the
You never
year.
know. Maybe some artists can come and cause some.
Ali, he's,
Magic
in terms
within
of,
the 3 months.
in
Junior
terms
Black
of
Sheriff.
the artistry, he has worked.
Yeah.
I mean, the musics are there. I mean, he
And
has
the
some hit songs.
performances.
Yeah,
You
the
know,
artistry,
yes.
it's like the
Artist of year
performance.
matter they talk.
Artist of the year.
Yeah,
Nobody.
Stages is
Yeah,
climbing.
This year, we've seen Sarkodie do a lot of work. We've seen
Yes.
King Promise had a big
Yeah,
song,
yeah,
but not
Promise
himself doing a lot of work. But and Stoneboy again,
Yeah.
Then and Black Sheriff as well.
Blacko, yeah.
Yeah, Charlie.
So
but
these
all-
are the artists that are likely to
yeah,
contest again.
and it be Stoneboy wherever you look at them. You know,
Well, we're jumping on to one other story.
So if it doesn't even what will happen, will you
I
be
beg,
surprised?
I beg Martinez, I beg.
we will postpone that was.
Martinez, I beg. Well, a CEO and also an actor by the name Mauli Gavo has also is also in the news talking about the fact that the climate in Ghana makes it extremely hard for creatives to thrive. Now, according to him, the country does not provide an enabling environment for businesses to thrive, especially for young entrepreneurs. Now, speaking on a yet-to-be-aired episode on Joy Prime's Celebrity Bars with Saminiwa, the actor said that the phenomenon is affecting the number of young individuals taking the bold initiative to put up their startups. Now, Ghana doesn't provide the kind of fertile grounds that you need to come in and flourish as a business owner. I won't lie. Ghana is not hospitable in that way. However, if you can find a way to, persevere through those obstacles, then the business opportunities are immense and they are great, he said. Mr. Gavo added that the volatile exchange rate is taking a serious toll on businesses, as some of their raw materials need to be imported. According to him, in the year he started to build the Play Club Ghana, the dollar was sold at 6 Ghana cedis, and within the same year, a couple of months away, the exchange rate skyrocketed to more than double. Now, this fluctuation of the interest rate, as a businessman, he believes is crippling innovation and business plans. However, Mr. Gavo indicated that the partnership that he forged with some reliant companies helped him to stay in business. So this is what he's talking about. For creatives, he believes that it's extremely hard for you to thrive in this environment. Adam, let me start with you.
Interestingly, I mean, this is not limited to creative, especially when you have an economy which is, lying at the mercy of the International Monetary Fund, IMF. If you have an economy at that stage, you expect that it will not be easy, because the only way to go out of the situation the country finds itself is to tax their way out and receive some support. And if that is happening, it means various aspects of the economy will be hard. Talking about importation, if you go to the ports, the new taxes, levies, they are huge. And they're making it difficult for people to ship things. If you go to the Kanta, Abosokan, they are complaining. Those who are dealing in cars, it's not easy for them. You buy cars a certain amount and you pay more than even, the price you bought it to go and go for your things at the port. It's very expensive. And interest rates. How is it supporting businesses? Corporate taxes, the various things which support you as an entrepreneur. Talk about electricity. Talk about fuel. Things are hard, and I'm not sure. It is why the creatives are also suffering, because
We are about to be taxed, though. Influencers.
It makes it.
DJs.
Yeah, so like I said,
pundits.
where we are, people are the runners of the economy are looking at where to, because we need to generate a lot of money to be able to. Don't forget that we have done a domestic debt exchange, which means that we have just pushed forward the time we need to pay those we owe them domestically. Yeah. And there is the external debt exchange we've also done with some of our people like China, other people, individuals, we owe them externally. And recently the Paris Club, we went, so the country is at a very tight corner. And that is why I think that we can find a way to. This one is sector specific. If you go to the Ministry of Trade, we have certain groups like GUTA there is this industrial. Oh, there's this group. It deals with those in the manufacturing sector, among others. Sector specifics are sitting with their stakeholders or players to look at how they can manage you know, how they can
For creatives, what
put
is
in some measures to ensure that
For creatives.
they are released in such a way. And you know, when the COVID issue came, there was a way the sector ministry sat to look at how they can support those in the sector. So there's also a fine opportunity for them to look at some of the areas and how things are going. They can put in measures to release them of some of these difficulties. If somebody is going to this December in GH, when people are going to import things, stage and other things to come and ensure we have a good show, what are the measures being put in place to ensure that some of these taxes are in a way loosened to ensure that we have the better value? Because else things will be difficult. The sponsors, how are they going to come on board? Tata House needs them for the next VGMA. So we
Are
need
the GRA still going to be at the entrance of event grounds?
of course. So
Issuing
I
out.
think there's a wake up call. It's a wake up call because we are in a tight corner. The sector ministries, the various, unfortunately, the Creative Arts Agency is not working. I'm sure the Tourism Authority, has sat with the likes of TUGA, Tour Operators Union of Ghana, and other players in the sector to ensure that they are cushioned in a way. When the issues were high, hoteliers sat with the GTA and find a way to, do something about the electricity bills. But our agency, we appeal to the president's daughter and other people to ensure the airline is being operationalized so that the sector can have a roundtable conversation which can see the light of day for an impact on the players.
Kwame Dazi, let me hear your take on this.
I don't have much to say. It appears Adam has said everything, and I don't want to sound jaded in my opinion because things are hard, and that's the basis of everything that's happening. Thank you very much.
Things are hard. Emiya kakra.
Now when Emiano, you know how to give you. You know how to give you.
Me.
You know how to give you.
I know they here.
You know they were.
I know they here. You are talking to somebody else. Martinez, let me hear your take on this one.
Yeah, it's a concern he has raised, and for me, I'm very happy because at least he has spoken for the people, and we all know that. I don't know if you know, but I know there's a national entrepreneurship and innovative plan to support young entrepreneurs, those who want to start their businesses, at least to guide them and help them establish themselves. I don't know how it has produced some of these people so far, but if that's the case, it includes the creatives and everybody as well. And I think that such an initiative should support the youth. I don't know if Mauli checked through that aspect well and got to know whether it's really functioning, supporting or not. Probably he's done his check and realized maybe it's not yielding the results it's supposed to yield. But as a plan like that or as a grounds like that established by the government, it should be able to help project the youth's ambitions and dreams. And this will help build a country. Because we cannot downplay the youth's visions, the youth ambitions, because there are dreams and people want to establish their companies, their businesses. And so with that in place, it should be able to help. And even coming out with seminars, sometimes they tell you maybe how to pitch is a problem, maybe how to go about it, write your proposals and all of that. So people might apply, but wouldn't get the opportunity to get maybe the funding that they are supposed to get because maybe they didn't pitch well. All this education should be at our fingertips. Like we should get access to. It should be easier for people to know how to go about some of these things. It shouldn't be a restricted way where you struggle a lot before you come out. Because I have tried something like that before. 2018 when I was coming out with a youth conference. I thought of getting the agency on board, National Interpretation.
How did it go?
Yes. Eventually, I had to go through a very long process.
Fantastic.
You know, writing it this week, and by the time I realized the time was due, but they still gave their support by putting their brands on it. I mean, the initiative also. So they assured me they will be part of the next project as well. So the point I'm trying to make, there are others who might try and reach out, but maybe the process or the procedure might be wrong. But if they have that education
okay.
it will be easier. So there should be that readiness to push the youth, especially the creative sector. There are a lot of young, vibrant people in the system. That's if they are able to get that fertile grounds. We wouldn't depend much on the government looking for job at offices. We'll be able to establish ourselves.
Okay, thank you, Martinez. I'm heading straight to Boo. Do you have something to say about this, Maulis? Say about the economy. He moved his business to.
You want me to talk about the economy?
No, he moved. Okay,
The head
move
of
on.
the economy himself give up.
He said that somebody could come, so we are waiting.
Yeah, the head of the economy give up. You want me to talk about economy?
Move on.
Shout outs to the late president, Atta Mills. It don't be economy.
Economy. Economy. Mauli moved. I think he established the business in Nigeria, right? And then that is where we picked the extract from. Then he was telling us about how the difference between these two places. But I was thinking Nigeria would be worse. But anyway, Robert, do you want to touch on this one, or we should move on to our next?
He's an entrepreneur. So
Okay. So. Operating in this country as a businessman.
Good morning to everyone doing the listening.
Operating in this country.
It's actually a tough one.
Yeah.
Would have been nicer if we had called a few people. I know Nana is seeing he rants practically almost every week about something. He's well known in a particular space. We should talk to JMJ. He's actually venturing into something different right now, and then hear what they have to say. There are so many young entrepreneurs out there. I think if you had opened the platform, you would have heard a lot of things, But for a country, countries have got different titles or different labels. So some are underdeveloped, some are developing, and some are developed. So once you are labeled as underdeveloped or developing, it simply means that you are not.
where are we, please?
We are developing.
Underground developing.
No. We are developing. Ghana is a developing country.
Developing.
Yes.
It's a field
So-
We've not got to there.
We've not gotten.
No, not states. We are discussing economy.
Okay.
Field economy.
You see,
I won't talk. I won't talk.
And there are so many things that basically becomes good grounds why some of these conversations need to be held. Nobody is saying, and when we say these things, we are saying it because there are people who are responsible for certain things, and you want to be able to ensure that you are giving them your input as feedback. Like everybody needs feedback to be able to do the right thing. And then you also need that so that you understand exactly what's going on, because sometimes if you are too disconnected from the people that are actually facing, it's difficult for you to even have policies that support them. So first of all, internal activities to generate economic vibrancy is important. And one of the things we want to focus on is some form of subsidies, support. So we all go to school every day, we finish, and then we are looking for jobs.
Yeah.
People want to start. We spoke about, Martinez mentioned the national
There was a youth.
entrepreneurship,
There's a youth start too.
all of that. We get that. But how many people are benefiting from it? What's the ratio? You understand what I'm saying? And is there are there tax incentives for people when you start? And are there tax holidays by virtue of the fact that you are doing certain specific projects? Or is there an activity that says, look, guys, for the next 20 years, we want to make sure that the best people in IT are from Ghana. So here's the incentive. We are putting X amount of money. If you want to do anything in this field, There's X amount of money available for you. And this is a place, these are facilities. Let's do what we can in order to be able to go. Or we want to feed, Operation Feed Yourself. We want to be able to, we want to be self-reliant or self-dependent when it comes to feeding. So therefore, let us encourage this. So there's so much arable lands available. So anybody who comes after school and you say you want to farm, there is land available for you. All you need to do is to fulfill 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then action. When you start conversations of that nature, then it means that actually you are promoting and helping, because entrepreneurs are allies to the government. The employment you want to create that you are unable to create, an entrepreneur will take the risk, start a business and employ 4 or 5 people. If the business scales up, the person will employ 500 people, and it goes on. This morning I was checking KFC, how many people they've employed? Over 820,000 people.
Wow.
If the people in this in this particular company, one company, born by one person, their dream. If you are feeding 4 people in your home, then multiply by that number.
800,000.
Exactly. So entrepreneurs are like so important, and you need to enable them. And sometimes some of these things is not about what you actually do in terms of activities, also policy. When what's the name? Kufuor implemented the National Friday Wear. Do you know what it did to
textiles
ecosystem?
Exactly. Because then immediately what they're saying is that you've increased demand.
Yeah.
People are supposed to wear something on Friday. So, Charlie, I want this shut down for next week. And then it begins to happen. What does it mean? A lot of people in that particular... Because...
to date, it still works.
Exactly. Because what was happening is that we had a thriving, youthful or young urban professionals who were buying suits from everywhere in the world and a little of Ghana.
Yeah.
So it's like you've created an economy, you've created like a workforce, but your workforce is providing business to people out of the country.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? But what's happening to the people here? And let's also talk about protectionism. Because, you see, protectionism is protecting your local people from unfair competition.
Yes.
Your people don't have what it takes,
Yeah.
and so you want to be able to use some means and measure to protect them.
Yeah.
And that is one of the things that the creative industry has been crying for, specifically. So let's say I'm producing rice.
Yeah.
But and I'm in Ghana. I'm paying taxes.
Yeah.
I am creating employment, and if I scale up, I'm going to expand, and all the benefits. Yeah, that's fine. But we are importing everything from outside. What happens?
And
you
it's
kill
cheaper.
mine. Sharp. You are going to kill mine immediately.
Yeah.
But if the government will take interest in protecting me, then I can also get there. So maybe 5 years I'll be able to match up and all of that. We've seen all these Asian countries. They're more than they did one. You understand? Now there's a document on the arts. If you go in there, you would see how countries have protected their arts, like the arts industry, with policies. But let me read some examples here so that it helps put a thing. Look, if you go to, so for example, so local content quotas vary from country to country. The following list provides a number of examples of quotas in different countries around the world. It is not comprehensive, but has been included to give a general idea of established standards and practices. Australia, television, they have 55% from 6 a.m. to midnight. What does it mean? It means that you are forced to include local content. Local content simply means you are encouraging the people who produce the content locally. Therefore, at the end of the day, they make the money. Bulgaria, television and radio, at least 50% European and Bulgarian productions. We have Canada. Canada says 35%, radio has to be 35%, except for stations whose playlists are at least 35% instrumental. And it goes on and on and on. France, television, 40% French productions, 60% European productions. Then Hungary, television, 15%, like on and on and on.
We have all this in the broadcasting bill.
If it
and,
is.
And we have not... The creatives are not even pushing it to be passed.
No, it's not. Sometimes when we say the creatives, you see, an ecosystem is not made up of the front liars only. So you are a journalist.
Yeah.
Good. What is the role of a journalist in the creative ecosystem? You understand? That's what I was saying the last time. Yeah, good. So let everybody forget But the journalist should not forget because your role
That
is
is your job,
accountability.
yeah. Yes.
Yeah,
Listen,
I'm coming. So
I've
all
raised
I'm
it,
saying is
I've raised it up.
please,
What
you haven't
stop?
raised it enough, and you cannot get tired.
Because
I'm coming.
when
Once
you
it's
raise
not
it,
done, you don't. I'm
someone
coming.
need to-
I'm coming. I haven't
No,
finished.
Adam. Once it's not,
I haven't
once it's not done,
Yes.
then it means your job is not
Yes,
done.
Now you become different. Shut up
you,
and listen.
you have been a journalist and you are still at the you have been a journalist. Yesterday you were a journalist when you you were a journalist when you raised it. Today you are still a journalist.
Yes.
So the work has not stopped.
I'm
For
raising
as long
it.
as
That's
I
why I'm
live,
raising
no,
it
I
here.
have raised it.
No, you talked about it and I raised it. You talked about other countries
if you
and
like-
I raised
if
it.
you like, lift it. Okay. All I'm saying
I'm
is
raising it again.
Good. So
I'll
all
keep
I'm
raising
saying,
it.
all I'm saying is we can't forget
Yeah.
when the thing is written and it's there and it needs to be given legs. Then we have to give it
Yeah,
legs.
we have
So
it.
please, let's do it. All I'm saying is that
the legs.
there are so many things within this particular space that if we want to concentrate and focus on how we can help the individual, the black man, the indigenous people. Because you see, is there money in Ghana? Yes. Why? How do I know? Because a lot of foreigners are here thriving.
Yes.
A lot of foreigners
Is there
are
money in
here.
Ghana?
Yes.
Yeah, there's
people
money.
are
Why are
making
we not
money.
getting
People are
money?
making
That's what I'm
money.
saying.
No here the money
See,
for people
if you
that
go to industrial area, check the companies that are there.
Yeah.
Go to
there is money in
Spaintex. Go to Spaintex.
and I pay us
Check-
for-
go
are you
to
sure?
Oxford Street.
And we are not getting the money.
Weekends.
Yeah. All I'm saying is that there are places. Even
mean,
go,
be
our
really-
own
now
Nakola.
Koshenko for them,
Our own
region.
Nakola. Go and check the foreigners that are beginning to operate in that particular
Yeah.
space. Even Tiptoe. Look,
And
go and
Guta-
check.
Guta has
You
already
understand what I'm
been
saying?
Guta has been fighting all the
So
time.
all I'm
Unfair-
saying is
unfair
this:
competition.
somehow, some way, people are making money off these particular grounds,
Yeah.
and we
there
the
should be
indigenous
a
people are
deliberate
not.
move.
So again, is there something that we need to adjust mentally? Mindsets, education, training, mentorship, whatsoever. Is there a culture of us not celebrating people who are excelling? Are we interested in? Look, I'm also kind. How big are the businesses? Some of the businesses have been there for how long? Do they scale up? Do they become big? Do they become huge? Tabletop businesses, entrepreneurs, everybody is entrepreneurship there. But why are we not able to scale up and become big and huge? And is the system, the elements of the society? What is it doing to becoming big? So I think it is
Faceted.
yes. And we need to be able to look at all of these elements, but really it is tough and it's hard for somebody out here who needs to make it, especially when you don't have access to capital and funds to be able to progress and project. And also the issue with employing people who will also carry the project to the
Well,
next
we're
level.
on to Boo. You made some salient points about protecting young entrepreneurs, and I don't know if Boo you're going to touch on that, but let me hear your thoughts first.
You see, Robert spoke very well, yeah. But you see, when you speak to the people on the grounds, they'll tell you the problems or challenges they are facing. That's why they cannot scale up, like you are saying. Look, there are no policies to protect. You spoke about protectionism. Yeah. There's nothing like that. You know.
I've been saying there's something, so we'll go look at it.
Instead of, look, you see the bill. Instead of going, this present administration to champion some of these things, they would rather write to media houses and tell them to stop talking
about
like Jimmy does too much. No,
It's too early.
no. What is too early? It's 9 something.
It's too early.
Everybody's in school. The
Is
kids-
that DJ Slim?
You dey post 000 hours. Make everybody hear. It's sad. It's sad in this country that we don't have creative thinkers, at the helm of affairs or in the corridors of power. I don't know what it is. I don't know when it is going to be well. I just don't know. The last time one of the revered journalists, political journalist was here. I forgot. He works with Joy. He does the news file.
Okay.
And they were going to do constitutional review. They were going to discuss the constitution and all that. And I asked him a question here that, I don't understand why NDC will come. They are doing a railway from Adabraka to Alajo. They get to Circle. Their tenure expires. Then MPP comes. Then they say, we are going to do poultry farm. Yes. I don't understand it.
Yeah.
you know, and he says, oh, it's enshrined in the Constitution. He says that the place it is optional. You see, he says, good. They say the Constitution get optional parts, and I say, which people sit down, put that side there for optional? I know they understand. You see, sometimes I want to ask this, yeah. If you wake up in the morning and you dress up and you're coming to HFM,
Yeah.
you dress up with your shoes and everything, can you take your shoes and your clothing, everything, back into the bathroom and go and bath?
No.
That's how I see us running Ghana. See, there are simple systems. Listen, human beings are human beings. So the systems, it be so for everywhere in the world. Oh. You know, be say people know the America, they hustle. They know they my business, not they go on like that. No, but the system is there. They know it's okay. Last crash, something go.
Something, yeah. Something go cushion. Something go cushion.
Good. Last crash, something, and that is our system is built on that. Look, formerly, or even now, cry. You see, say some streets they finish the street and everything. Now we they pie the street, come they put some pipe.
Yeah.
That is us.
Some cable.
You see, and I keep, when I talk about this, nobody they understand. I keep asking that. In Nkrumah, when they say be visionary, I know they understand. I keep asking my what they do go come talk something. The time you do a motorway, the time you do this, I don't understand.
You know the bab?
No, look.
What you know about?
What I know the Barbie, the time in Nkrumah day, you know, the systems, yeah. Then the system day or the no system day.
He created the systems more or less.
Wait, maybe I don't ask the question. What about your answer? Okay. Do you know that whatever they do now, will they copy some people?
Of course.
Good. There's like a line, right? There's a line, and there are people in front of the line. So let's say the first world countries are in front. We will there someplace. Now that time in Nkrumah day, you know, was it like that, or that time then it was a fair playing ground and anybody go fit take his own way?
What?
We still had developed countries then.
Good.
So somewhere in the lead.
Good.
And obviously that gives you the grounds to be able to follow what they are doing.
Good.
But you see, if there's
Create
a speech that Nkrumah made. He said, I'm coming. When if you bring us something from you, we'll review it. If it's a good fit, we'll pick it. If it doesn't work for us, we reject it. So they don't just pick things and run with it, because they were picking things and running with it from the perspective of who we are as a people and what would really work for us
At the time.
Oh yes, that is why he was saying for what we neither face what's the name,
East or West. We face forward.
We face forward.
Yes. Well, Boo, kindly wrap up for us.
Yes, I beg.
Yeah.
All these things will go my talk. I could see saying.
Do what? Asempa.
Charlie, listen, bro.
I think that
Maybe you know they get
okay.
Adekam, I beg.
They could see Asempa.
If you be Nkrumah starts this country, if you be start them, where we do we like them.
Okay, so maybe you are not getting what Nkrumah's impact is. Most of the things that Nkrumah did are still serving us right now.
The last
right?
time, wait. The last time I was speaking to my dad, you know what? You know how they see Nkrumah? He be motivational speaker. Yeah, he was motivating us. No. And it's not bad. He told us we can do it. The black man is capable. Encourage you.
Make you do more
You
positive.
don't see that side. Encourage you.
Make you do more
You
positive.
don't see that side. I say, I beg today, everybody for go watch. Type when they were declaring independence. Nkrumah made a plea to everybody in the crowd that they for J them a heart. There be 6 people on like a podium. It be there Nkrumah in problem start. One guy no J heart. They say the guy be mumu. You know that. No, I don't forget the name. Go watch the video. And maybe the guy no J. He be like, hey, Nkrumah, we know the respect. He hard.
Thanks a lot for joining us this morning.